All right, so I found these new pens at Hobby Lobby. They are gel pens and they are meant to put epoxy or UV resin on. They're $8.99 for 12 of them, so they are less expensive than the other ones. And I've already taken 2 apart so that I could paint them. But let me just show you. So this is what it looks like. So it's a tiny bit, just a tiny bit smaller than the other ones, not much, just a hair. They come off easy. It just unhooks here and then everything comes out. These are completely solid, so it's going to be smooth and you have no clip to take off. So I thought that we would try them. So I have 2 here that I already painted, and I just painted them with white. I'm gonna pull out 2 little sleeves. So these sleeves are gonna go on there, and then 2 plugs. So your plug goes in your smaller end. And then your sleeve would go on here, and that will go on there. We'll go down. Now I have these little pencil holder things. I forgot that I bought them a long time ago, and I used to put them on my spinner before I made the other little contraption. So I'm gonna use these to hold my pens. So I'm gonna just be using this Martha Stewart Fine. This is this green that I really, really like a lot. And this yellow. Put our UV resin in there. This is the UV resin I like to use. And I will put a link to all the supplies that I can in the description. We'll start with our green. People have all different methods for, putting their resin on. I just like to use my finger. I was very disturbed because on the pen turner, it shows it as like family fun, right? And it has a mom and her kids. They are doing epoxy on this turner, putting it on, no gloves. Kids there doing it with mom, no gloves. And I'm sorry, that is not acceptable. And whoever did the advertising for that should be ashamed of themselves, because someone who doesn't do epoxy normally is going to see that and think, oh, look, those cute little pins that people make. This will be fun for the family. What a fun Friday night. And then exposes their kids' little lungs to epoxy and gets epoxy all over their skin. Unacceptable. So I have a very big problem with that. So if you're just thinking about doing these pens and you see that in Hobby Lobby, know that it is not a fun-filled child and parent activity, and it requires proper, if you're using epoxy, it requires proper ventilation, proper face coverage, and nitrile gloves. And that is my PSA. Yeah, these little pen holders work good. I'll see if I can find them back on Amazon too. That's where I got them.
The only thing with this yellow glitter is it's like sugar sand, so it gets really wet.
All right, so once I do the first one and I'm going back to the second one, I personally like to just add some resin or UV resin into my same one that I did my glitter in. You know, making it nice and thin, but also just getting a little bit more glitter. All right, so our pens are done. Now, these are good. And I put up the video for the water trick a couple days ago, and it really does work. So, and then these things are so cool. And now that I see that they work really well, I'm just going to adhere them down to here, and then I'll just keep this like this. So this is really good. All right, let me put this stuff all to the side. And grab all my pieces. Hopefully I didn't drop anything. All right, so also let's see how our little plugs worked. All right, so I feel like that's pretty good. I still have some up here on the edge. And use my little, ooh, knocking everything. Use my little whirly gig to just get my little edge there. Yeah, there's nothing on the inside, so that's good. So let's see how well our pens go back on. I don't know which side's which. All right, so here are the pens. So they're not like as thick as the Ink Joy, but so the nice things about them, they're less expensive, quite a bit less expensive. And then also, you don't have to take the piece off, and they're nice and smooth. So And they write good. Now, I'll put these to the side and go back later and like add, you know, stuff to these. This was really just to show you the pens themselves. So, and this is, I mean, they write pretty good. I have an Ink Joy. So here's an Ink Joy. Now, granted, it's a colored pen. I mean, so those write pretty good. This still definitely writes better. And you can see like the finished size. You know, this is definitely, you know, a little bit bigger. But this is a nice, you know, it's a nice pen. It was very easy to work with. And I don't know if I showed you, but they also have colored ones. So also 12 pieces. Now these ones are $9.99 instead of $8.99, but they do have colors. All right, friends. Well, listen, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as a subby friend. I'll see you later. Bye.